the Obamacare plan. You know, last month I told you to get a firm grip on your wallet because I was going to talk about taxes. And guess what? When it comes to Obamacare, the real name is the Obama Could Care Less plan. Yeah, well, we're still talking about taxes. The Obama Could Care Less plan, all 2,500 pages of it, is filled with, guess what? Say it. Taxes. Did you say that? Yeah, well, Obama might call it shared sacrifice, but it really means taxes. And he might call it an investment for our future, but it really means taxes. And he might call it a grand bargain, but it really means taxes. Yeah, darn right. And yet, here we are ignoring the reality of a shark. Can you see him in there? On your hindside, folks. We're just hoping those taxes, that socialist program, that liberal city council will just go away. But the truth is, that shark of reality is not going away. You can ignore it, pretend it's not there, or attempt to sail away to some safe place, but it's going to hurt, and hurt, and hurt some more. Well, when I took a look at this picture, frankly, I can't look at it because it makes my stomach turn. Can you tell what that is? People walking on a narrow, skinny path, and I'm scared of heights. It makes my stomach turn because I think of how precarious the perch of freedom is for the USA. But this makes my stomach turn too. And that's, you heard Joe talk about it. But let me kind of diagnose the Obama Could Care Less plan in one sentence. I hope I get this right. Here I go. With the Obama Could Care Less plan, we are going to be gifted with a 2,500-page, massively complex healthcare plan that we're forced to purchase. And taxed if we don't purchase it, which purportedly covers at least 10 million more people without adding a single doctor, while conveniently providing instead 16,000 new IRS agents. How do IRS agents improve your health? I don't get that one. But it was also written by a committee whose chairman says he doesn't understand it, passed by a Congress that didn't read it, yet exempted themselves from it, with an application form containing almost 200 pages and 1,000 questions, pushed through and signed by a president who was afraid to appoint his independent payment advisory board, love those long names, because it's really a death panel. And who wants to sit on a death panel? Oh no, it's been rejected by the Catholic Church because of the freedom of religion issue, with funding administered by that wonderful Treasury chief who didn't pay his taxes. I bet you forgot about that one, huh? And then with new taxes being revealed every time we turn around, but for which we will be taxed for 4 consecutive years before the benefits take effect, by a government that has already bankrupted Social Security and Medicare. Oh, and with all your health issues to be overseen by that amazingly healthy Surgeon General who is obese and promoted, as of this week, by the Department of Health and Human Services to the tune of $8 million. Yes! But meanwhile, it has been rejected by the governors of 20 states and finally financed by a country that is nearly bankrupt. Whew. That's the sentence. So I ask you, what the blank could go wrong, given all those things? Well, Thomas Sowell says it is amazing that people who think that we cannot afford to pay for doctors, hospitals, and medication somehow think that we can afford to pay for doctors, hospitals, medication, and a government bureaucracy to administer it. Now that makes sense, don't you agree? Say yes. Sure But with a program this complex, I can guarantee that this will definitely be one of those things where you have the case of the left hand not knowing what the right hand is doing. We painted ourselves into the proverbial corner. We must like punching ourselves in the face. And we shouldn't be surprised if the meltdown comes sooner rather than later. Yes, there is no way to move forward without falling off a cliff. Indeed, Obamacare is the program for you, ladies and gentlemen. It's as solid as Social Security. It's efficient as the Postal Service. It's as compassionate as the IRS. It's as safe as a 24-week baby in the womb. Or a 70-year-old senior on dialysis. And best of all, it's free! Yeah, let me give you an example of free. So you got a healthy family with 4 children, just getting by. They don't really need too much insurance because they're healthy. But now they're going to have to pony up $20,000 a year for their new insurance bill. And if they don't have it, here's the good part. They get to fill out that 200-page application and become, are you ready for this? A new government dependent. Isn't that what Obama wants? Yes, every one of us to be dependent. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to hell. Proud sponsor of the Obama Could Care Less plan. Yeah, well, this Wolverine and I have a lot in common. A fanatic desire to confront those who are working to destroy our country. So my question to you is, when are you going to get angry enough to declare, I'm mad and I'm not going to take this anymore? When are you going to say that? Because we, the people, have got to stand up and fight back. We are taxed enough already. We should be saying to ourselves, no more Mr. Nice Guy, not from me. We are absolutely perched on that fine line between a democratic republic and socialism, and getting ready to go down permanently. You heard what Joe had to say. You heard what Greg had to say. You know it's true. We, the people, have got to rise to the occasion. You need to help Paul Leon change the Democratic supermajority in the legislature. You personally need to convert your family, your friends, and your neighbors to the cause that we believe in. And you need to go out and find people who are conservative candidates to run for the city council and the school board. Maybe, just maybe, you're the one who should run. Thank you, and God bless America.